Teaching number 183. Keep my word, disciples, because men of different beliefs are already approaching this nation who will ask you for proof that you have received my teaching. I am taking sorrows and illnesses away from you, so that you may learn to console and do charity with your brothers in the same way that I do with you. My teaching will be joyous for those who receive it with preparation, it will be crystal clear water on thirsty lips, bread for the hungry, stillness and peace for the weary spirit, and strength and light for all. I enlighten this people, from the rulers to the least significant, so that they open their arms to these groups who will come here longing for the Master. Some will come to me contrite, others fearful, because the pain will have been deep inside them and their conscience will speak telling them that judgment has come for each spirit. But for everyone I have a new opportunity of salvation. The spirit will receive the confirmation of all its gifts, and if its faith awakens, through it, it will know why it has come once again among men and how much I love them. I do not come with my word at this time to erase what I said in the second era, rather, I come to remind you, because you have forgotten, and to explain it to you because you have not understood it. I am revealing to you what I did not tell you then and what I had in store for you at the present time, now that your spirits are more evolved. Those who wrote my word with love, with blood and tears, obeyed their memory and their inspiration, they faithfully interpreted my will, but later others came and my word was adulterated, its essence has been lost among ideas and practices that do not belong to my doctrine, so in this time the light comes to tear away every veil, to reveal the purity of my truth. I come to teach you not to ignore each other because of my work, not to argue unfairly. But I also warn you with these revelations, false teachers and prophets will appear, even within the people of Israel. Many who eat bread at my table today, tomorrow will seek only their material well-being, their dominion and glorification, and you must beware of being misguided. Great is your struggle, faithful disciples who will watch over this cause. I am going to prepare 144,000, on whom this responsibility will rest, and among them are those who will turn their backs on me, those who will take my name to say, "Here is the Master," and those who have not quenched their thirst and those who did not want to hear me at the right time will approach them thirsty for truth and will be led into error. Practice humility and do not flatter your brothers or allow them to flatter you. Stay away from those who, wanting to do you good, awaken your vanity and ruin you. Do not listen to temptation. The power that I have given you is so that you can use it in spiritual works, in works of love and charity. Never profit from my doctrine. I protect you, people, I am hiding you from the eyes of your brothers, so that you listen to my word in peace until the year 1950, if for believing in my coming at this time you are torn apart, I will defend you, if you are reduced to prison, I will open the gates and you will be saved. I only tell you, comply with my law, do not fall into profit and mystifications. When you are called to heal the sick, practice charity and take care that your works are spiritual. In the second era, after my departure, your celestial mother remained, strengthening and accompanying my disciples. They, after pain and trial, found shelter in the sweet heart of Mary. Her word continued to nourish them, and they, encouraged by the one who continued to teach them on behalf of the Divine Master, continued on their way. When she departed, their struggle began and each took the path that was pointed out to him. In this third era you will have Mary's love very close to your heart, relieving and strengthening your spirit in all your trials. You are opening your heart to feel me and to love me, but I tell you, listen to my directives and know how to practice them. Do not only love me, love your brothers. Do not judge one another unfairly. Leave every just or unjust cause to my justice, because only I know the reason for it and it is up to me to judge. To those who have not complied with my law, I am inviting you to enter that path and soon you will reach me and I will tell you, it is not a new law that I am presenting to you at this time, it is the same one that I wrote in the conscience of the first man and that later I made known, clearly and precisely, through Moses. Do not let yourselves be carried away by the word of your brothers if it is not based on my law, believing you are on the path of light when you are treading on the path of darkness. Flowery language is not what I like. I have always spoken to you simply, but if you find truth in those words, extract the essence, what there is of love, charity and peace, which belongs to me, and you can take it and interpret it properly. I have given you a judge who never lies and is within you, it is consciousness. To hear its voice you need to penetrate within yourself, pray and meditate, and it will speak with true wisdom and elevation. The world has disappointed you, and today that you hear my word manifested by such humble beings, in simple enclosures, you recognize that you do not need to build palaces to offer for spiritual worship, that you should not limit my doctrine by representing it with material images. To bring this mission to the world in the third era, you are ordered to incarnate again as spirits of light full of power, and for these graces your brothers have ignored you. They have looked badly at your faith and trust in me, without knowing that I have distinguished no one and that I care for and protect everyone. And you who have come to me full of contrition, how close you are to me, and by your repentance you make yourselves worthy to bring my gift of love and charity to the sick, to the poor in spirit. Your faith will speak and energize those who have weakened, and their spirit will rise to new life. Many prodigal sons will come to my lap at this time, and I will celebrate their return, and the prayer of the Israelite family will rise to continue attracting hearts. When you see that one of my disciples rises in wisdom because of his consecration to me, do not envy him, help him even more, because through him I will manifest prodigies, and the benefit will be for all of you. Envy stains the heart and sickens the spirit. It is my will that you all rise and make perfect communion with me and live in harmony. Make use of your reason so that you understand how much justice there is in the destiny of all beings. Do not live in vain. Even the smallest and strangest tests have a purpose that I have determined. Deliberate and study my law. Let your spirit, through prayer, reach me so that it may be filled with my anointing when listening to my word, and receive the balm to heal your sick body. If you prepare yourselves, the world will take new paths. The threatening war will flee and there will be peace. But if you do evil, that evil will reflect on you. Once again I say to you, with the rod that you measure, the same will be used to measure you. Come and feed yourselves with the food of my word, and when you have eaten, do not forget the hungry and bring them sustenance. Learn to extract the essence of my word and take from it, fortify yourselves, and share it with your brothers. From your earthly home you sense the mansion of peace that I have promised you. Every moment you ask me to let you see the lights of that blessed land, and I tell you that you are not far away, that you are on the road that leads to it, and that it will not be long before you find yourself knocking on its doors. The way is my law. If you observe it you can be sure that you will reach the promised city, and there you will find everything that I have offered you. Be strong and virtuous on this journey, enlighten yourselves with faith so that you make your day pleasant and bearable. You have known the vicissitudes. Sometimes you shiver with cold, feeling the selfishness and the lack of love of humanity, and you show me your spirit naked, but you have not despaired, but you trust, knowing that I watch over you, and that Mary your mother is a star in the night you are going toward, and thus you feel strengthened. In this moment of communion you present to me in silence the hearts of your afflicted children in need of peace, and I want to make you trustees of my benefits so that you can take them to your relatives, and to all your neighbors, so that you learn to serve as my messengers and intercessors of your fellow men. If you are received by your brothers and they accept your gift, bless them. If others do not know how to take what I send them, bless them as well, and allow me, with infinite patience, to continue polishing and awakening their spirits until they become ardent and credulous hearts. This is my will. Welcome those who believe in my presence, welcome also those who doubt, because they have come attracted by their own spirit, because faith will also be in them. Woe to those who do not strive to light their lamp at this time, because they will be lost. Behold, during this era of light, shadows prevail everywhere. You know by my word that I chose this nation to manifest myself in my third coming, but you do not know why. It has been a mystery for you. The Master, who does not want to have secrets for his disciples, he comes to reveal to you everything you need to know, so that you can answer with certainty those who question you. I have seen that the inhabitants of this corner of the earth have always looked for me and loved me, and even though their worship has not always been perfect, I have received their intention and their love as a flower of innocence, sacrifice and pain, upon the altar of my divinity. That flower full of fragrance has always been present. You are prepared to fulfill this great mission in the third era. Today you know that I have reincarnated the people of Israel among you, because I have revealed it to you. You know that the seeds that breathe in your being and the inner light that guides you is the same that I sent down in the first era upon the house of Jacob. You are Israelites by spirit, spiritually you possess the seed of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. You are branches of that blessed tree that will give shade and fruit to humanity. This is why I name you the firstborn and why I have sought you at this time to manifest in you my third revelation to the world. It is my will that the people of Israel reincarnate spiritually among humanity, so that the true resurrection of the flesh is understood. Yes, disciples, the spirit does not die, it only flies to the beyond, to space, when the term has expired for its body. The flesh doesn't die either, it disintegrates and blends into the elements of nature, from where I make it sprout to endow it again with spirit. Thus the flesh resurfaces or resurrects, thus the embodied spirits converted into men reappear on earth, thus I will make Israel arise on the face of the earth, but I will not offer her lands in this world, nor will I divide her into tribes, on the contrary, I will make all its members one family to erase the traditional schism in it. I will form marriages and families with children of Reuben, with those of Judah, those of Asher and Zebulun, with those of Naphtali or Benjamin. In this way I make all division disappear, because it is not the seed of God. Who could carry out these works, but me? Who could be entrusted with the mission of persuading the Lord's chosen people that Canaan was not the eternal homeland but only a symbol? To me, who was the one who hid your spirit in another race or in another land, who was the one who told you, you are those? But if I have sent you again, it is so that you can conclude on earth the great and delicate mission that was entrusted to you from the beginning. That is your cross. You have also returned to clean stains, repair holes and settle debts, and you will no longer fall into weakness or idolatry as in the past, being the people who knew the true God and had the law. But pain has made you seek light and peace. Thus, in that first era when wheat was scarce and therefore bread was scarce in your land, you emigrated towards the powerful Egypt. Later, as slaves of the Pharaoh, you rose defying the hardships of the desert, looking for the promised land, because you longed for freedom. In this time you have defied the ridicule and anger of your brothers, because you are looking for me in this form, because your spirit is thirsty for elevation and spirituality. You are the prodigal son, who whenever he returns to his father's house, finds his arms open to embrace him and the table served to seat him at the feast. You arrived tired from the long journey, your spirit stained and your body weak, but surprised you contemplated from afar that the gates of the city were open, waiting for you to arrive to give you my love, my teachings and the charity of my new advent. It was not my will to manifest myself now in Canaan, which was your homeland in times past, because it is no longer the time of Moses or of Christ, it is the age of the Holy Spirit. You are listening to my divine word, and in truth I tell you, that manna of the first era that ignited your faith in me and that bread that I offered you at the table of the second era with which I taught you the path of your redemption, is the sustenance that I offer in this time so that your spirit reaches eternal peace and light and never feels hunger again. Taking advantage of this spiritual simplicity that you preserve, I come to select from among you my spokesmen, my new prophets and my disciples, as in another time I raised patriarchs, prophets, envoys and apostles from among this people. Now I explain my law to you through my doctrine, I teach you how you must pray at this time, how you will serve me and how you will live to be true brothers of humanity and children of God. When my new disciples are strong, the second Jerusalem will descend from my kingdom upon men, and against its invulnerable walls will crash evil, idolatry, lies and all the darkness that has sprung from the human mind and heart. Remember that your father, through a dream, promised Jacob to bless all nations in his children. Recognize that if you come from that lineage, your destiny is to attract my peace and take it to the hearts of your brothers. People, at this time there are those who still practice the law of Moses, others who live the Christian era. Not everyone senses or desires the presence of a new era. It is that not everyone advances or evolves in the same way. That is why I tell you, know these lessons so that you may be good farmers who imitate the good shepherd and good sower. Look at those who cultivate the land, they sow in my name. If the time was good and their sowing was fruitful, they raise their prayers and thanksgiving to the Creator. If the weather was inclement and the sowing fails, they look forward to the following year, to sow again with the same zeal until the first seed is replenished and multiplied. If you take advantage of this time and get up full of hope and faith to sow in the hearts of humanity, the dew of my grace will fertilize the fields, the fertile lands with my power, and your seed sown with love and goodwill shall germinate. I will protect your sowing, and the radiant sun of my spirit will gild the ears of grain so that your harvest may be gathered amid hymns of glory and praise to your Lord. Realize that I am the one who watches over this nation to protect it from storms. I keep her in peace, because in my highest designs I have destined her to fulfill a great human and spiritual mission at this time. The chaos will come, because while there are powers and kingdoms on earth, there will be ambitions, hatreds and wars, and there will be no peace. There is no charity among men, my law is not practiced. There are no true brothers, fathers or sons, and that is why chaos threatens humanity. I only announce this to you, because evil cannot spring from me. Chaos is only in the unpreparedness of man, whose conscience has ignored and has allowed himself to be led by bad inspirations. But do you expect all these tests to happen so that your hard heart is moved? No, my children, from now on pray, work tirelessly, make merits and regenerate yourselves. That is your mission. Watch over the peace of the world, attract my blessings with your prayers, and remain faithful to my law as an example for your brothers. Everyone who is willing to follow me will participate in my teachings and will be called a student or disciple. The set of spirits that surround me is part of the people of Israel. On their obedience depends the resurgence of the virtues in humanity. Today I have used this people as my interpreters to communicate with men, and I have received from them the first fruits of their fulfillment. You are the first that I have prepared as fighters for my work, the ones who have to work enthusiastically to lay the first stones of the great city on the solid ground. You have to lean on faith and trust in me. I will speak to you tirelessly until the last day of 1950 through my spokesman, and then you will remain among humanity to demonstrate your power. I will send among you those men of science who have kept awake trying to penetrate the mysteries of spiritual life without success. They will seek you knowing that you have settled in this nation, that you possess my revelations, and that you have been anointed by me. In you they will eagerly drink my word, and you will know by intuition how you should conduct yourselves before them without boasting, meekly, as befits my disciples, as Peter preached or as John spoke. So you will speak if you prepare yourselves, and if you rise up seeking my help, I will speak for you and I will reach their hearts. In their eagerness to know the places and the people who serve me, they will look for you, and you will make known to them the essence of my doctrine. Many of them will convert and become part of this people because of the truth of your words. The road of this people has been long. In her bosom I have always sent strong, fervent spirits, who point out the goal and are defenders of the law. And this people forged in 3 times, through trials, vicissitudes and struggles, sometimes strong and sometimes weak, sometimes free and sometimes captive, already misunderstood and then loved and recognized, have always possessed my privileges. Only I have brought you justice. You have had the most sublime proof of love on Calvary, and also the rigor of my justice when you have deserved it. You have been predestined to receive me in the 3 eras. Today, as in the second era, I have sought out the humble, the disinherited and those hungry for justice, and I have elevated their spirit, having them occupy the place of a disciple or an apostle. You are living a time in which materially evolved humanity is proud of his knowledge and ignores me. He forgets his spiritual mission and despises the nature that I have placed in service of his understanding for life and recreation of his body and elevation of his spirit. He obscures what is of most value in him and what I have always come for, which is his spirit that belongs to me. But just as the face of the earth must change, man will also recognize me. His ideals that today remain material, will be transformed into spiritual yearnings. All beings have been subjected to tests, and in them the spirit is refined and is subdued. Since the year 1866 humanity has entered a new era, in which I have been preparing the chosen ones. These people have received assignments, I have confirmed their gifts, I have revealed to each being the tribe to which it belongs and what its special mission is. I have gathered my spiritual hosts, some in matter and others in spirit, as it was written. I appointed guides so that there would be a representative in front of each congregation, and I told them that it is my will that everyone be united among themselves, so that the people are strong. I gave the mission of spokespersons to beings prepared by me to manifest myself to humanity in human words, and multiplied their number, so that my teaching would spread. I formed the body of servants so that the spiritual realm would come to communicate with men, showing their charity, healing and advising. It was my will to appoint as the foundation stone, to the one that was to be the assistant of the guide in each assembly place, a mediator between him and those who hold positions and also an intermediary of the people. I appointed seers and prepared them to receive visions that would be analyzed by the people so that they would live alert. I gave the position of golden pen to those who had to write. I prepared their minds and sent into their custody spiritual beings who in other times have also watched over the writings, so that my word would be printed and remain for all times. I prepared guardians to watch over the order of the communities, naming them pillars. All these beings I have illuminated and my inspiration pours out upon them. Now I ask all those who have received these assignments, if they have understood what they contain. I grant you 3 more years for your preparation. Later, these functions will form one single position and all of you will be called servants of the divine countryside, and all those who did not hear my word will be entrusted to you so that you can teach them. You will cease to be disciples to become teachers. My peace be with you.